All right, this is the last day of 2020, and I'm sure you're like most people that are ready to move on to 2021. Hopefully, the vaccines and the vaccinations work. Uh, if we can achieve herd immunity, we get back to being able to get out and around. But let's face it, it's changed. You're going to see a lot more people um, online, working from home. And so the whole atmosphere really has changed moving into 2021. And it just, it's like anything else. If you stretch it, it's never going back to its original shape. And we've definitely been stretched as a society, as a world, and so forth. But I wanted to take a look forward to 2021. And as I do that, I kind of have to say, let's take a look back at what happened in 2020. And part of that is that I developed a target for my executive education programs of veteran, new, and aspiring executives. Now, that's a broad range of people, but all of my videos will still continue down that path of finding ways to help veteran executives come up with new thinking, new ideas, new ways to make their organization and themselves valuable to their customers and to their organization. New executives that primarily are new to the position or maybe new to the company, giving you some things that you can do to create value for that new company or in that new position. Because the same thinking that you had once you become an executive won't work. You need different thinking in order to create value as an executive. And then there's the third category, certainly not the least, which is aspiring executives, people that want to begin to gain the skills that they need in order to become an effective executive and being valuable to the organization and being seen in that light also. As I mentioned before, my education program doesn't have to do all of the emotional intelligent quote. I mean, there's literally thousands of people doing things on leadership, and on how to be. Mine is about method. Mine is about teaching you methods to make you an effective executive. So, what can you look forward to in 2021? Well, we're going to build off of the synthetic thinking uh, education module that currently exists that folks can invest in. And so I'm going to, in the YouTube channel, continue to develop playlists. And primarily the thing I've got on my mind for 2021 is I want to make sure that you understand the difference between kind of old management thinking to new management thinking. And why is this important? Well, universities have not changed since Plato. They are still teaching things in ways that Plato would have. The only thing we have now is a new technology in order to do it online, and I find that very ineffective. So I'll be actually that will be one of the subjects I'll be talking about as being ineffective. But more importantly, I want to do a playlist on management theory and how it's not changed since 1911, and I'll get into that as we get into 2021. So I'll develop a playlist of taking you from kind of old management thinking that's still being taught in universities today to a new way of thinking, and kind of let's build off of that and build from there. Also, you're going to see more videos on the leverage points that I believe every organization has, where they're either missing method or have weak methods, and that is decision making, innovation, executive data analytics, and organizational design. Those, to me, if you can get that right, you can create a lot of value for your organization. Now, all of those are built off of the foundational module, which is synthetic thinking. And I've talked quite a bit about that. You can find a playlist about synthetic thinking, and it means something. The difference between being efficient and being effective, being analytical versus being a synthetic thinker. And so I want you to be able to go and continue that path, learn, develop your curiosity, make you educated, find ways for you to create value in your organization, so this will help your career. Now, I'll probably also be getting more into teams as we move into 2021, because one of the things obviously you got to be able to do is do something with your teams. And a lot of things I've already found out foundationally built in the executive education program is just that, which is things that you can build and then build with your team. So you can expect that the education program is going to have be releasing new modules. And as I release new modules, some of those modules go into YouTube so that you can watch a little bit about the training that's going on in the executive education program. And I want to build off of the synthetic thinking in those new modules, because that I don't believe you can move forward unless you become a synthetic thinker and understand what that means and how big of a difference that makes in you creating value as a person and creating value for your organization. So you are also going to find me on TikTok, which is something new to me. I've been watching a lot of the videos that are out there on TikTok. It's an unusual format. I'm not exactly sure what that may transform into, but I need to kind of put myself out there and, the elasticity take over, and so that I can learn also and see what happens in that particular social media application. So for going into 2021, I would ask that you subscribe and you can hit the bell. You'll get updates. And other than that, have a happy new year.